On a summer day in 1827, Joseph Nicephore Niepce made the first photographic image with a camera obscura. Prior to Niepce, people just used the camera obscura for viewing or drawing purposes, not for making photographs. Joseph Nicephore Niepce's heliographs, or sunprints as they were called, were the prototype for the modern photograph, by letting light draw the picture. First electronic vehicle. Between 1832 and 1839, the exact year is uncertain, Robert Anderson of Scotland invented the first crude electric carriage. First electric stove. On September 20, 1859, George B. Simpson is awarded U.S. patent number 25,532 for an electro heater, surface heated by an platinum wire coil powered by batteries. 1. In his words, useful to warm rooms, boil water, cook victuals. ... Essentially an electric hot plate. First projector. The first machine patented in the United States that showed animated pictures or movies was a device called the Wheel of Life, or zoopraxiscope. Patented in 1867 by William Lincoln, moving drawings or photographs were watched through a slit in the zoopraxiscope. First telephone. Bell's experiments with his assistant Thomas Watson, on the telephone, finally proved successful on March 10, 1876, when the first complete sentence was transmitted. "Watson, come here. I want you." Light bulb invented. The electric light, one of the everyday conveniences that most affects our lives, was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. First radio. Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian inventor, proved the feasibility of radio communication. He sent and received his first radio signal in Italy in 1895. By 1899, he flashed the first wireless signal across the English Channel, and 2 years later received the letter S, telegraphed from England to Newfoundland. This was the first successful transatlantic radio telegraph message in 1902. Wireless telegraph developed. Guglielmo Marconi pioneered the development of the wireless telegraph. Super heterodyne receiver invented. Edwin Armstrong invented the super heterodyne receiver that could select among radio signals or stations and could receive distant signals. Invention of the television. In 1921, the 14-year-old Mormon had an idea while working on his father's Idaho farm. Mowing hay in rows, Philo realized an electron beam could scan a picture in horizontal lines, reproducing the image almost instantaneously. This would prove to be a critical breakthrough in Philo Farnsworth's invention of the television in 1927. First electric guitar. The frying pan was the first electric guitar ever produced. The instrument was created in 1930 by Adolf Rickenbacker, and subsequently manufactured by Rickenbacker Electro. First programmable computer. Konrad Zuse invented the Z1 computer, the first freely programmable computer. First VCR or VTR. Before the days of VCRs, video cassette recorders, there were machines called VTRs, videotape recorders. The VTRs, videotape recorders, were similar to reel-to-reel audio tapes, with large spools of multi-track magnetic tapes. Prototype machines were built in the early 1950s. The first practical, commercial broadcast quality video recorder was released by Ampex in 1956. First laser. Theodore Maiman made the first laser operate on the 16th of May 1960 at the Hughes Research Laboratory in California, by shining a high-power flash lamp on a ruby rod with silver-coated surfaces. First gaming console. The Magnavox Odyssey is the world's first home video game console. It was first demonstrated on May 24, 1972 and released in August of that year, predating the Atari Pong home consoles by 3 years. First cell phone. Dr. Martin Cooper, a former general manager for the systems division at Motorola, is considered the inventor of the first portable handset and the first person to make a call on a portable cell phone in April 1973. The phone was nicknamed the Brick. First portable laptop. As 8-bit CPU machines became widely accepted, the number of portables increased rapidly. The Osborne 1, released in 1981, used the Zilog Z80 and weighed 23.6 pounds, 10.7 kilograms. It had no battery, a 5-in, 13 centimeters, CRT screen, and dual 5.25-in, 13.3 centimeters, single-density floppy drives. In the same year, the first laptop-sized portable computer, the Epson HX20, was announced. 9. The Epson had a LCD screen, a rechargeable battery, and a calculator-size printer in a 1.6 kilograms, 3.5 pounds chassis. First CD player. On October 1, 1982, Sony introduced the CDP-101, the first compact disc audio CD player on the market at a retail price of about $900. Invention of the World Wide Web. The Internet and Transmission Control Protocols were initially developed in 1973 by American computer scientist Vinton Cerf as part of a project sponsored by the United States Department of Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, and directed by American engineer Robert Kahn. The World Wide Web was developed in 1989 by English computer scientist Timothy Berners-Lee for the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN. First MP3. The world's first mass-produced hardware MP3 player was Saiyans MP-Man, sold in Asia starting in the late spring of 1998. It was released in the United States as the Eiger Labs MP-Man F10, F20, two variants of the same device, in the summer of 1998, a few months before the Rio